All right, what's going on, friends? In this video, I'm going to be using this Hcalory Chinese diesel heater. This is their Hcalory MAX, and I'm going to be heating my house. This is kind of an experiment for me, so you're just going to have to believe me that I'm not using any other heat. I really want to see if I can heat my house for, I'm going to start today, which is going to be Saturday evening, and then I got Sunday, Monday, and I'm off Tuesday, so I'll probably end this Tuesday. So we're going to do this starting tonight and then 3 more days. And it's going to get colder. I will show you the weather here. I'll put a copy of the weather, what it is right now, on the screen. There are some days it's going to be, what, today there's 47 to 58, then Sunday 43 to 56, and it's got 80% chance of rain. This thing's supposed to be like waterproof, so hopefully it doesn't break. Monday night is 28 degrees, and well, I'm going to end on Tuesday. So, but it's going to get cooler on Tuesday too. It's like only high of 38 on Tuesday. I'm going to show you how I'm hooking this up. There is probably actually a more efficient way to hook this up, and I'll let you know what that is. But I'm trying to do this to keep my wife happy. So I told her I could get some fresh air in the house. So the way I'm doing it, I'm going to get fresh air in the house anyway. But I will show you probably a lot more efficient way to do it. All right, I got it in my window right here. Now, I live in a bi-level, if you didn't see already from the beginning of the video. So I'm gonna heat this room. This is kind of how I heat my house anyway. This is where my pellet stove normally is. I'm gonna heat that room up, which the air is gonna go upstairs. And these Hcalory MAX, I can set this for a temperature, and it's supposed to keep my room at that temperature. Now, I've already tried this out. I know I can put this up in my living room and it will run what I got it set at. So we're gonna see how that works. All right, let's fire this thing up, and then I'm gonna set the temperature inside, and I think I'm gonna try to keep my living room upstairs like around 73 degrees. I might have to adjust this a couple times, but all right, I already have this set for 73 degrees, and then I'm gonna try to check this. I don't know, I don't really wanna tell you a definite, but maybe like every 6 hours, every 12 hours or something, and let you know how it's going. So we'll see if this can heat my 2,000 square foot bi-level house. All right, I almost forgot to tell you. All right, that side where that hot air comes out of this, that's going in my window. But this is the intake. Air goes in here, goes through the heat exchanger, then it blows into your room or wherever you're at. So if I had a hose hooked to this, going to that window too, and then maybe like going down to the floor, I could be sucking warmer air in and then heating it up instead of sucking in cold air from outside here, blowing it into my house. That would make this probably a lot more efficient. So we're gonna see how this goes, and I may try to do another test if you guys want me to later on with like another hose going in my house, or maybe even putting this in my house. I don't know if I can talk my wife into it. So that would be how you can make this more efficient. But if you have this in the house, then I would say you have to have the exhaust going outside, and there's actually another little intake for your exhaust that should be sucking air from the outside. I don't know. Hopefully you guys understand that. They all have like a cold air intake. You can't see it on this one. It's inside here. That goes into the burn chamber and out through the exhaust, that air. Some of them you can see that, but you can't see that on the Hcalory MAX. Let's go inside and I'll show you what type of air is going into this room. All right, I'm gonna put the little remote that is gonna act as my thermometer. I'm gonna put it right here, and I'm gonna plug. I'm not sure if this is gonna last for 3 days, so hopefully I can kind of keep this plugged into my little power bank thing here. Shows it's working, so this thing don't die on me. But I'm gonna put it down here, whatever, here like that, and I'm gonna let that sit here. One of these. This is for the temperature up top, right here like that, maybe down here. Try not to drive the wife nuts. She already thinks I'm nuts. And I have the app on. It looks like she is running, and it is set. It's set at 73. That's good. That's set at 73. If you can see that, this says 74. So I want to try to keep that right around 73, 74 for the next few days. All right, this is my only heat I got right now, so I'm going to turn this off. All right, boys, don't turn that on. All right, I do have a carbon monoxide detector in my house. That's my smoke detectors are carbon monoxide detectors. And I'm going to turn this carbon monoxide detector on. I've already tried this, and it reads 0 every time I do this. So That's just turning on. All right, so we're gonna sit that right here for a second. This is where the heat's coming in right now, and it's nice and hot, but it's on low because I think my room is actually warmer than what I got it set at. So I actually turned it up a couple degrees because I said I want to keep that temperature that I showed you on my little white thermometer in the middle. That's in the middle of my room at like 73, 74. So I might have to, because it's sensing the temperature here on the edge of my room. Like that little thermometer thing for my little remote for this is right up above us in my living room. I'll show you what the air is coming in here. Let me show you what that air looks like. That is showing 0 parts per million for carbon monoxide. And you don't smell no diesel. I know my wife was worried we're gonna smell diesel, but she probably won't even know I got this started. Hopefully that's focused. And it looks like, we'll just go with the max temperature right there. It looks like 250. But that might be going into the heat exchanger itself. So that air coming in, say, is about 130 degrees. Wait, right there. 130, 140. When it turns up on high, you got, so there it's showing 200. It's usually around 200 degrees coming in. And that heat exchanger stays, I think it's like 300 or 400 degrees. All right, well, I'm just gonna let this run, and I think my first time I'm gonna check this will be tomorrow morning when it's actually cold out. And then I'll get back with you toward the evening of tomorrow. So we're gonna go do it tomorrow morning and then tomorrow evening. And maybe that's how we'll do it from here on out, to tell you if I'm actually keeping up with this 2,000 square foot house. This is kind of exciting. We'll see how this goes. All right, well, it is 7 o'clock in the morning and definitely held the temperature. It says it is, if you can see that, 74 in here. I actually just turned it up 1 degree just so I could show you how much heat comes out when it's on high. So let me show you that. We are still showing 0 parts per million on carbon monoxide, so that's good. That's what it looks like on high. Showing 100, like over 200 degrees. Definitely coming in. Once in a while it goes up to 300 because I think I hit the heat exchanger. So about 200 degrees, 180 to 200. There, see the max says 311. I'm kind of starting to believe I need to do this test when it's even colder out. It is going to get colder, like close to down in the 20s. So that'll be a little bit more of a test, but because it constantly blows, it never really turns off. This morning I got up and it was on low still to keep the house at this temperature it wanted. Actually, I got to turn it down because I feel like my house is too hot. And I had my ceiling fan running up in that living room to just keep this warm air moving around. When it turns down on low, this doesn't shut off. So it'll just, when I get to the temperature, it just kind of keeps on blowing. Actually, I'm going to have to go out here a little while and show you how much diesel I burnt through but that was from last night. I don't know what time it was, maybe around 7 o'clock till, so this right here is about 12 hours, or yeah, this has been about 12 hours. So I'm going to have to go out and check the diesel. I know I'm going to have to add diesel here. It's never going to make it 3 days heating my house with 1 tank of diesel. That thing does hold like close to 2 gallons. And I got to get out from in front of this thing. Whew, it's hot. All right, I lied. This thing's been running for right around 14 hours. I had to go pick my boy up at Subway yesterday, and that was right around the time I started this. I went through a little bit over a half a gallon of diesel. So there is how much diesel I got left. I had to shine a little light down inside so you could see it, because this holds really close to 2 gallons, and I had to mark it for gallons. As it started out with, what, 7.5 liters, and now I'm down to close to 5 liters if y'all want to know that. That's where I'm at, 67% left. I think I'm going to let it go till this evening, because I don't think it's going to run but on low. Can you even hear it? Right now it's running on low because I turned it down again. It was actually, I think, a little too hot in my house, so there's barely any exhaust coming out. All right, well, I'll get back with you probably closer to, I don't know, maybe before it gets dark again tonight. Anybody out there know where I got this shirt? Hoo-ah. I just wanted to show you, it is, because I forgot about this, it is 5 o'clock at night, it's 5 o'clock in the evening. I've only used a gallon of diesel, but I'm going to fill this back up. But I just want to show you That's about what I've used, and it's looking like it's at the gallon mark. I've used about a gallon of diesel, and it still hasn't, it's pretty much just idling all day. Tomorrow's supposed to get colder, and then tomorrow night's supposed to get in the 20s, so that's gonna be a lot bigger of a test. Let me fill this back up. So I've only went through like 1 gallon of diesel so far. All right, it's the next day again. It is Monday, and it is like 10 o'clock. I went out to breakfast with my dad this morning, so I couldn't skip that. So it's a little later, but it was pretty cold last night. Now all day today, it's gonna be, I'll put a screenshot of the weather up here on the screen. Like I said, this is kind of for me too, so you guys just gotta believe me, because I could be photoshopping stuff, and I don't know, really don't care if you don't believe me, but pretty impressed so far, because today is definitely colder. It was in the 30s last night, and it's gonna be in the 30s all day today. I turned it down a little because we was actually too hot in the house. So now I have my house, it's showing it's like 72 degrees in here, which feels really good. I don't know why we had it so warm. But it's still only running on low. I'll show you that. And I didn't even look yet. I'm gonna go out and see how much fuel I burnt through. I don't know if it ended up turning up any higher last night or not. I didn't stay up all night. I slept in my bed. But so it's 36 outside right now today. Yeah, oh, here it's showing it's 73 in here. It was just 72. I moved it. So I don't know, 72, 73 degrees in here. Yeah, it's supposed to get down in the high 20s tonight. So that's gonna be a little more of a test. Let's go see how much fuel I burnt through, and then I'll show you again maybe tonight. All right, can you hear that? It's running on low. That also impresses me. Like, you have to walk right up on this thing to even hear it running. Like, this is my mic right here on my hat. I'll put my mic closer to the exhaust, just in case you don't believe me. I don't know if you can even hear it. Yeah, right there's the end of the exhaust. See, I don't even have the muffler on there. I don't really think you need it. Oh no, I do. I forgot I have the muffler back there. So that might be keeping it a little quieter too. I kind of have it hooked up funny. I actually have the exhaust, a muffler, then I put another exhaust on. I just wanted to make sure all the carbon monoxide got away, because I'm blowing out carbon like exhaust there, and it's sucking in air there and going into my house. So like the hot air rises, so I've not seen my carbon monoxide go up at all in my house. Not even till 1 part per million. It still reads 0. So I don't think it ever sucks in any of that. Let's see how much fuel I burnt through since yesterday. Yeah, I filled this back up yesterday. I gotta put a light in here so I can see it. On video. There, like that. There we go. Okay, this is what I burn up again from yesterday evening when I filled this till now. So I don't know, I burnt all night. I don't know, whatever it ended up being. And it's like 10 o'clock right now. So I burnt, looks like I went just a little over a half a gallon. That's pretty good. And it's still only running on low. It's crazy. Oh, let me not forget to grab my light. You guys should follow me on TikTok, because on my TikTok I show all this really cool stuff. I do a lot of, I don't know, I guess just trying to sell stuff, but you don't have to buy it. But sometimes I come up with really cool stuff. Like this flashlight, it's aluminum. It's a really nice flash, super bright. It's an awesome flashlight, but this was on my TikTok channel. Actually, I just showed a really, really nice coat, which I thought was crazy. I hate buying clothes online, but that coat is nice. That just was on my TikTok page. Yeah, I have my TikTok thing right down here in the description of this video if you guys would want to follow me on TikTok. You don't have to buy any of that stuff, but once in a while I come up with some really nice stuff. Actually, that diesel heater right there was cheaper on TikTok than it was on Amazon. I hate to say it. Last time I seen though, it was all sold out. So I don't know if it's back in stock. TikTok is like that. They'll sell out of stuff sometimes, and then it comes back on sale if you've never bought something on TikTok. And a lot of stuff on TikTok is still free shipping, and you don't have to pay like a Prime membership. Just watch, you gotta watch that on TikTok. Some stuff is not free shipping, but some stuff you will get free shipping. So, and a lot of times it still doesn't take that long to get to your house. That's another thing. Once in a while it'll take longer than a day or two. Like Amazon is crazy. It shows up right here, especially because they have Amazon factory like not too far from my house. But anyway, I don't know. Whatever. It'd just be awesome if you guys followed me on TikTok. You can't even tell. I guess you can't tell it's running on low on here. You can see it on the remote where it shows low. Probably on this screen too. Yeah. It just shows you the setting on here. All right, you can't see that there. I don't know, just believe me, it's running on low. You can barely even hear it right now. I have it set at 72 or 73, and it's keeping it right there. This is actually shocking me. I really believe I'm gonna try this again when it's colder, just to see if I can heat. Now, like that plywood though too, I didn't even, like, I could insulate that better. I mean, there's still a couple things I could do to make this better. Maybe when it gets really cold out, maybe I'll actually put a cold air, like I'll suck air from inside my house and insulate that plywood. I don't know, we'll see. Leave me a comment down below if you guys really want to see that. It would really be awesome. Or if you want to see something else with one of these, let me know that too. I was thinking about buying a 4-season tent and showing you how these things work in a tent. Or one of these days I do want to build like my man cave in my shed. So I'd show you how this could heat my shed awesome. Like, I know it could heat my shed. It's heating my dang 2,000 square foot house, people. Holy buckets. But, so, I don't know. Thanks for watching this video, and we're going to see what happens. I think I have like 1 or 2 little clips here to show you guys how good this is doing. It's really surprising the living crap out of me. It's working really flipping good. So, just give this video a thumbs up if you're liking this, because it's taken me a long time to make this video. Stay awesome. All right, let me get back with you tonight or tomorrow morning or something. I'll let you know how it went. All right, it's dark outside. It is 5:53, and I just filled up my diesel heater completely. It definitely did run on high a few times today because it got colder out, and it was kind of windy out. Like, it was in the 30s all day, I think. Yeah, and it's still in the 30s. And tonight, it looks like it's going to get maybe high 20s, maybe 28, 29 degrees. And I think this is going to be pushing this to its limit. I don't think I can go much colder than that. It's keeping my house warm. It's kind of exciting. I don't think I could go much colder than this, so I don't know. I still think I might try this one other time when it gets colder. But I will show you what it looks like tomorrow morning. But now, some of the times, my house was actually too hot, because it doesn't shut off. It goes down on low and it just keeps running. It doesn't just completely shut off. So I could have probably turned it off and turned it back on when it got colder out, maybe. That's the only thing. So we'll see. I'm going to try to make a real quick video tomorrow morning, and that might be the end of this video, just to see if it keeps my house at. Hang on, let me show you what my house is upstairs right now. And it is 11:10. I hope you believe me all this. There it is. It's 11. That's the date. 11:10. 5:55. So tomorrow is going to be 11:11, and we'll see if we get through the night. See, this is the temperature right there. It's supposed to get down to 29, maybe probably right in the high 20s tonight. All right, that's what my temperature is showing right now in my house. It says 71 right here. We had to, like I said, I had to turn it down a little because my wife said the house was too dang hot. So I have that, says 71. I have I'll show you this. And this does work if you would ever want to use one of these. This is not died the whole time. I just have it plugged into this little power bank. That's kind of neat. But I have this set at, let me show you. Room is 72, and it is set at 72. This is set at 72 when my the thermostat over there says 71. So it's keeping my room at that, and it's running on low right now. But like I said, there was a couple times throughout the day when it was windy out, that thing was kicking on to high just to keep up. So we'll see. This is going to be the coldest it's been since I started tonight. We'll see if tomorrow morning my house still says 71 over there. All right, I'll see you in the morning. All right, it's Tuesday. 6 o'clock in the morning. My beard looks a mess because I just woke up. I think my heater's struggling a little bit. It is 29 degrees outside, but it is still 71 in here, so I don't know if that's good or bad. I guess I made it. It's still not, it kept it at 71. We went to bed at 71 and it's still 71. The heater is on high. If you look down here at the bottom, this little thing goes all the way across the bottom of that little screen there. Oh, and I see it's not keeping up it says the room temperature is 71 here, and it's set at 72. So it's sucking in 29 degree air outside, blowing it in the house. Still feels pretty hot right here. Let's see what it's showing. I know normally you can get around 200 degree air come like blowing out of this thing. So let's see what it shows. It might be a little cooler. I don't know. I see 180s, 170s, 160s. I don't know. Maybe it's a little cooler. Hard to tell, but I think it would have been definitely a little hotter. I mean, it just makes sense. If you're sucking in 29-degree air, you're only going to heat it up so much. But if you're sucking in whatever it is in this room right now, could be, oh, it looks like it's about 70 degrees in this room. Well, I don't know. I feel like it kind of impressed me. You let me know in the comments, did it impress you? It heated my 2,000 square foot house. It heated this room up to keep my living room and kitchen up, and my bedrooms stayed about how they normally would stay. This is how I heat my house anyway. I have a, yeah, this is my Harman P68. This is how I normally would heat this house. So hot air blows out of this and it heats this room up, and that's how I heat my house. And that's how I like it. I don't know. So that's why I put my heat through that window. I'm going to sit here in the warmth. It feels really good. But all right, well, I'm going to call that the end of this video. Maybe, like I said, maybe if you guys comment on this video, let me know if you want to see something different. If you want to see, like, I could do a video and show you how hot the air is coming in like this, and then I could cut a hole in this right here and put the intake from outside through this window and like down the wall a little bit, and I could show you how hot the air is coming in like that. Maybe we'll try that sometime. But this video was a lot of work, so I'd really appreciate if you leave me a comment, give this video a thumbs up, and hit that subscribe button to help support this channel. God bless and stay warm.